Bezrat Hashem, we're back at the limud of Sefer Yirat Hashem from Rav Moshe Ambar, alav shalom. So we're continuing in the obligation of an individual view, why we have two eyes, right? We explained, we asked the question, why not one eye? So today is the 27th of month of Tishrei, and it's actually Tuesday, third day of the week of Parashat Shabbat Noach. So we said yesterday, we said already a few times in the few shurim before, you hear me?
Yeah.
So we said that the left eye is to monitor our behavior and actually our proceedings, how we interact with people, and the right side is to see how HaKadosh Baruch Hu interacts with us. That's the right eye. לכן משה רבנו עליו השלום, it says over here, שזכה לתקן שתי ההסתכלויות הללו. You know that we said yesterday Moshe Rabbeinu was pleading with Hashem that the next leader should be just like him, to be able to encompass 600,000 people, and each individual know that each individual has his own feelings, each individual has his own understandings, as we see in the Gemara in Brachot, where the students found Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai crying at his deathbed, and they asked him, Rebbe, why are you crying? He says that I see two paths before me, one to Gehinnom and one to Gan Eden, and I'm crying. And they said that they couldn't believe it. They were so scared. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, who saved the Torah, the whole Torah today is from him. The whole Jewish nation was saved because of him. He saved Talmidei Chachamim during the destruction of the Mikdash Hasheni. All the Talmidei Chachamim were based in Yerushalayim. And he single-handedly saved the whole Torah that we have today. And he's crying, he doesn't know which side he will be led to. So they asked him, Rebbe, why? What is this kind of fear? What are you talking about? So he says, maybe I said hello to somebody in the wrong tone. He's not saying that he, Chas v'Shalom, offended somebody like we do. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking nonsense, you're talking from your bochen. You're talking from your stomach. We talk to the left, we downgrade people left and right. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai is crying that maybe he said hello not with the right tone to somebody. Moshe Rabbeinu was able to comprehend that we have 603,000 people, and each person gets a different hello, different tone of smile, different measurement in the tongue, right? Why we have they have a year to year, they have a smile year to year, right? Some people prefer a smile year to year when you greet them. Some people prefer a shake. Some people prefer a fist bump. Some people prefer a hug and a kiss. Each individual has his own way to be greeted. And Moshe Rabbeinu prayed that every Jew, especially a leader of nation, should have that ability, and that's why we have the left eyeful, to figure out how to treat another person. The right side is how to see what HaShem is all about. So Moshe Rabbeinu was able to accomplish both of those levels, and look at this, what the Torah grants him a reward. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael. So the Torah first says to us that there is no ever prophet that will understand Hashem as Moshe Rabbeinu. Asher yado Hashem panim el panim v'yachad. And then Shamar al Ramimut Israel, and there we know that Moshe Rabbeinu sacrificed, even though there were bad people in his generation, he was ready to sacrifice for them. So his both istakliyot, both viewing of individuals and viewing in Hashem's side was elevated, so much so the Torah says something very strange. If you take a look at the end of the Parashat Zod HaBracha, the Torah enumerates us physical trait, which is unheard of. Physical trait is given by Hashem, right? But what does it say there? It says over there that lo, l'chen katuv lo keheta eino. His eyes were not dimmed. His eyes didn't become blurry. Moshe Rabbeinu, his eyes, his physical, his face was he was young. At 120 years old, he looked like a 20-year-old boy. Oh. He doesn't, so you might say, you know why my eyes become weak? Because I'm older already. You know why I'm sick? Because I'm older. Chas v'shalom. This is maybe close to apikorsut.
If
To
you
say, if you say those words, I'm old already, and that's why I'm weak, and that's why I'm chalash, that's why my eyes are sitting, I'm bad vision. Has chas v'shalom has nothing to do with anything, nothing to do with age. Rabbeinu was 120. The Torah tells us, look at that. His eyes were not even weak, nothing. He was like a bright-looking young boy. Lo nichlash histaklut zu hashniya gam ken. Both of his eyes were fine. Why? Because on one side he utilized to understand HaShem, and the other side he utilized to understand people and to treat people with proper treatment and proper way of viewing each individual. And therefore now we could maybe understand why our eyes weak. Why? Because we are
not looking right.
They're not looking at the right individually. Way. We're not a person who goes through life and he sees many bad things, where it's my fault. I'm passing my. There is a sign. They're trying to sell me a beer, and there's a naked girl standing next to the beer. In Israel, they're selling you oranges with naked girls. Right? So it's not my fault that I saw it, right? It's not like a person going around.
Impacts in your mind.
No, that doesn't affect your eyes.
No?
Here he's telling us what will affect your eyes. If you saw once in a while, I'm not talking about somebody going around looking at bad pictures. Right? We're talking about a person who is not looking at individuals properly, who is mistreating people with his eyes or misjudging people. That causes him to have a weaken in his eyes. So that causes his eyes and cheeks and everything to settle. Because the way he is approaching individuals, that's what causes it. Not because I'm old or because Chas v'shalom he saw once in a while a bad picture. Those things are, the world runs. The question is what you're doing with your eyes. How are you viewing people? That's very important. Again, כתוב לא כהתה אינו דהיינו לא נחלש הסתכלות זה השנייה. Tell us that Moshe Rabbeinu did not weaken his looking at other people. כתוב והאיש בשעניו מאוד מכל האדם להורות שאף על פי שהסתכל בשפלות עצמו לא פגע בשפלות חברו. He was so careful that even though he was meticulous to observe if he has any deficiencies in his behavior, he was not looking for any deficiencies in behavior of the friend. And that is the level to get to. We're not talking about 25-year-old, 30-year-old, 40, 50-year-old men today. That, this could take a lifetime. It's a lifetime of working on ourselves to look at an individual as an individual that is, first of all, as Ramban says, is much greater than me. That's the clue that we all should have, that the other person is greater than me. I have no right to diminish him, and if I'm smarter than him, Kadosh Baruch Hu gave it to me more than him, and still he's better behavior than me. There's so many ways that a person could judge other people favorably. All he has to do is learn about it. If you don't learn about it, you think you're going to look at this doctor, he has a good name, he behaves nicely to people. That's not where you're learning the chokhmah of how to behave to people. It's only in the Torah. Constant repetition. Hopefully we'll get there one day to treat people and look at people's behaviors as we would love people to judge us favorably. And there's a lot to what to do and how to work on ourselves to judge other people's favorably. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen. Bezrat Hashem, 8:45 will continue in the halakha.